So here's a comment in relation to family law. So stating, I'm begging for help to get my kids back from horrible people that have my kids without any court orders or CPS orders. Okay, first of all, to be able to answer this question, note that this is a disclaimer. I am not giving legal advice. This is just my opinion, and you can always find resources and, of course, get independent legal advice from a lawyer. Okay, so in relation to family law in Australia, so I don't know where you're based, but in Australia, it's a Commonwealth legislation. So we have the Family Law Act, with the exception of Western Australia. The state hasn't referred its powers to the Commonwealth, so it's separate and has its own family law court. So be aware of that if you're in Western Australia. But in other states, and I'll predominantly talking about New South Wales because that's where I'm based and I practice in New South Wales. When it is in relation to children, now let me just break it down for you. Normally, there's three types of family law matters before the court, like the most common ones. And the first one is children, which is parenting orders. The second one is property settlement. And the third one is dissolution of marriage, which is divorce. Okay, so in this case, we're talking about children. Now, children, when it comes to children, the court has a paramount duty to consider the best interests of the child, their welfare, and so forth. So it's not about the parents, per se. It's more about the children and their arrangement with the children, time spent, and so forth. Now, in this case, if you're saying there is no court orders of any kind and you want help to get your kids back, it's a very vague statement. I don't know what that entails. But the first thing you would do, if you are amicable, then you should try to find a way to resolve it out of court. And you can do this through, there's like family relationship centers, where you can enter into a parenting plan, and that can work for both of you if you don't want to go to the courts, and if you trust each other and have that kind of mutual trust and agreement, and you are amicable. That I do say that if you are in that situation where you're amicable, I would strongly suggest that you should put it in a consent order, and that means that you don't have to go through those court proceedings. Rather, it's an application to the court that you agree by consent and that you file it in court, that you agree to the arrangement of the children. And it's effectively the court will then review it and see that if you're both happy, it's in the best interest of the child and it's just and equitable, then they would grant that application and the orders that you propose, which is the time spent with the children.